The skies over the Baltic are tense once again. Estonia has accused 3 Russian MiG-31 jets of violating its airspace. The incident reportedly lasted only minutes, yet the impact was immediate. A formal protest was filed. NATO went on alert. International headlines lit up. But the big question remains. Did Russia really cross into Estonian airspace? Or is this accusation just another tool to stir up tension?
As well, the red line is a violation of Estonian territory.
Tallinn claims its radar tracked 3 Russian MiG-31s near Vaindloo Island in the Gulf of Finland. No flight plan, no transponders, no communication with air traffic control. For Estonia, this was a clear violation, not a routine patrol. They couldn't ignore it. Italian F-35s deployed under NATO's Baltic air policing mission were scrambled immediately. The message from NATO was firm. Every inch of Baltic airspace is monitored, and provocations will not go unanswered. Moscow tells a very different story. According to the Russian Defense Ministry, there was no violation. They insist the MiG-31s were flying strictly over neutral waters in the Baltic Sea, in full compliance with international rules. The Kremlin went further, accusing Estonia of spreading propaganda. They argue Estonia has offered no objective proof, no radar data made public, no verified visual evidence. To Russia, this was nothing more than a political narrative. Airspace disputes in the Baltic aren't new. Every year, reports surface of Russian jets flying close to or inside Baltic states' airspace. Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania frequently issue complaints. NATO responds with fighter intercepts. From Tallinn's perspective, this is about defense and vigilance. But from Moscow's view, these flights are standard patrols, designed to show Russia's reach and its continued presence near NATO's borders. Both sides, in fact, benefit politically. For Estonia, each accusation strengthens the case for more NATO presence, extra radar, more fighter rotations, tighter defense systems. For a small country sitting on Russia's border, that presence is reassurance. For Russia, denial also works. It allows Moscow to portray itself as unfairly accused, while proving to its domestic audience that it can operate confidently right next to NATO territory. But this incident strikes a nerve because it involves the MiG-31. This isn't just any fighter jet, it's a high-speed interceptor capable of flying close to Mach 3 at extreme altitudes. Its Zaslan M radar can track dozens of targets at once. Armed with R-37M missiles, it can hit tanker aircraft or NATO's AWACS surveillance planes from more than 300 kilometers away. Even more concerning is the MiG-31K variant, designed to carry the Kh-47M two-Kinjal hypersonic missile, a weapon that Western air defenses still struggle to counter. That's why NATO panics whenever a MiG-31 pops up near the Baltic. On paper, airspace boundaries follow territorial waters, but in practice things aren't so clear. Military aircraft often fly with transponders off. Communication is minimal. Operations aren't transparent to the public. Estonia sees this as dangerous. Russia calls it normal military procedure. The result? A gray zone, a space of interpretation. One side calls it a violation, the other a routine patrol. Estonia and NATO should be willing to release radar data or visual proof if they want their accusations taken seriously. Without evidence, the claims sound more like political alarms than hard facts. At the same time, NATO benefits from these incidents. Every accusation justifies deeper involvement, more deployments, and stronger messaging against Moscow. But Russia can't wash its hands of responsibility either. Flying close to NATO's borders with transponders off is risky. Technically legal, yes. Politically provocative, absolutely. Russia's habit of close approaches shows confidence and reach, but it also opens the door to miscalculation. One maneuver too close, one instruction misheard, and a small incident could spiral into a major crisis. Every NATO scramble sends a message. Every Russian patrol carries symbolism. These flights aren't just about flying, they're about signaling to opponents, to allies, to domestic audiences. The problem is, signals can be misread. What one side sees as a threat, the other sees as routine. That mismatch makes the Baltic skies especially dangerous. In a narrow corridor like the Gulf of Finland, just a few kilometers can be the difference between calm skies and a confrontation. History reminds us, big wars often begin with small incidents, a border crossing, a miscalculated maneuver, a political accusation. If this back and forth continues, accusation, denial, accusation again, the risk of escalation only grows. Estonia will keep pushing NATO closer. Russia will keep flying its patrols, and the world will keep watching a cycle of claims and counterclaims that few can verify. So, did 3 MiG-31s really pierce Estonian airspace? Or is this accusation part of a larger political game? The truth, for now, remains unclear. Estonia has its claims. Russia has its denials. The public has no independent proof. But one thing is clear. The Baltic has become more than airspace. It's a political stage, a propaganda battlefield, and a contest of military pride. Until hard evidence is released, each new incident will only serve as fuel for a much bigger struggle. What do you think? Was this a real violation or just political theater? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and support this channel so we can keep bringing you the latest analysis.